everyone, it's Sparky. Today on my channel, the first topic that I wanted to go over was a question from one of my dear friends, and she wanted to know, how do you stay so positive? This is actually a question that I was kind of hesitant about answering because I wasn't really sure how to respond, because it's taken me almost 18 years to figure out the answer to this question, let alone answer it for someone else. First off, I have to say that being positive makes your life a lot better in general. Let me tell you, being negative will not help you in your life at all. If you stay negative, everything looks negative, and I know I sound like a broken record and that it's kind of common sense, but some people don't even realize they have a negative outlook on life until they really take a step back to look at it and look at their life and see what exactly their life consists of. Because one person can look at a situation and say, oh wow, this really sucks, and oh well, I'm gonna get over it. And then another person can be like, oh my god, this is the end of my life as I know it, it's done, it's over. This is horrible, this is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Oh my god, I can't believe I just broke my heel of my shoe. Yeah, I know people like that. I was one of those people. In all honesty, being positive really starts with changing your outlook on life. You really have to be positive with how you respond to situations when things go wrong. Most of your life consists of like 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And how you perceive it changes how you react to certain situations. So it's very important to have a positive outlook on life. So may as well get to the question now. How do you stay so positive? First off, I cut all negative things from my life. If I have someone in my life who's super negative and doesn't help me at all and makes me feel self-conscious and makes me feel bad about myself and doesn't really help me become a better person, I don't want that person in my life. I want to be surrounded by people who are good for me, who will help me and who support me and who don't make me feel self-conscious, and if anything, they make me egotistical because of how much confidence they give me. I want those people in my life, not people who are going to put me down or who are going to make fun of me or criticize me about everything I do. That's the first step. Next step on being positive that you really have to take into consideration is that you need to replace your own negative thoughts that are put into your head. Whether this is by you, whether this is by family, friends, people you don't know, co-workers, job employers, school administrators. I've had people put me down all the time, and some of them were from my school, like adults from my school. Teachers, principals, gym teachers who I still can't stand to this day. But nonetheless, you need to replace the negative thoughts in your head. You have to. That is like step 2 on your road to recovery from being a negative person. You can't be positive if you keep putting yourself down. If you say you're ugly, if you say you're stupid, if you say that you're not as good as someone else, or that you're mean, or that you're harsh, or that you're cruel, or you're whatever you think you are, you're not. And I can tell you, without even knowing you, that you're not. I bet you're beautiful. I bet you're intelligent. I bet that you are probably the nicest and most considerate person that I will ever get the blessing to meet. You need to cut those negative thoughts out of your head. You're never going to get anywhere if you don't, and I'm sorry to say that, but you really do. And I know it's easier said than done, but you need to catch yourself. You need to be on guard, like ninja square on, ready to fight to the death with your thoughts. And that sounds funny, but that is literally the mindset that I went into when considering, is my life really as bad as I'm making it out to be? Most of the time it was, and that's for another video, but you really have to think about it. Like, I could catch myself saying, oh, Sparky, you're so fat, you're so ugly, nobody wants you, nobody wants to date you, you're horrendous, you're so stupid, you are the stupidest, worst person on earth, and you don't know what you're talking about, you're just an idiot. You need to cut those thoughts out of your head ASAP. Most important step that you will probably have throughout this entire experience is that you need to catch yourself when you're thinking negative thoughts. You have to. You have to be on guard, and you have to watch yourself and make sure that you do not think negative thoughts. And if you do, you have to correct them as of immediately. Oh, I'm so fat in this dress. Well, actually, no, I'm really not. I actually look good today. And even if you don't believe it, you have to say it, and you have to think it, and you have to eventually come to realize that it's true. If something doesn't look good on you, okay, well, then maybe it's just the outfit, and it's a crappy outfit. Or if it's like the 12th outfit you've tried on, and this is the 12th outfit you think you've looked ugly in, then there's a problem. Okay, there'd probably be a problem after like 2 or 3. But anyways, that was an example. You need to stop thinking negative thoughts. You need to catch yourself, you need to correct them, and you need to start being nicer to yourself. You're nice to other people, right? Like if somebody falls and hits their head on a stair in the hallway, you're like, oh my god, person, here, I will help you up. That's what you need to do to yourself. My comparisons are a little unique. Bear with me. This is one that I do a lot. The easiest way to be positive is to smile. And it sounds weird, but actually if you smile, there's more of a chance that you're going to feel happier. You're going to be in a better mood. Something about smiling just makes you feel better about yourself. You feel more positive. You feel happy. When you laugh or when you giggle or when you're smiling and laughing and having a good time, you feel better about yourself. You feel better about everything in general. And it really releases stress. It helps you calm down. Smiling and laughing and having a good time, it's just all come together in this little ball of happiness, and then it helps. It was very hard for me for my entire life. I've been a go, 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 go kind of person. Even though it may not seem like it, I am. I've grown up constantly having to do something all the time. There was a concept I didn't quite understand, and it was that people need time to recharge and rejuvenate themselves. Everyone needs a little R&R every now and then, and I'm not one of the people who do that very often. I think once in a blue moon, if ever. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever had any like serious R&R, but you need time to yourself. You need time to let yourself process what's going on in your life. You need time to reconnect with yourself, to know who you are, where you stand, what your morals and values are, and you just need time to yourself. You need time away from everyone, even your best friend, even your sister, your mother, your brother, your 2 adorable cats that keep interrupting the film shot. You just need time to yourself. Okay, maybe the cats can stay, but you need time to yourself. And it's very hard because a lot of people think that, oh, well, if I'm by myself, then I'm going to be lonely. You don't need to be alone to be lonely. And you don't need to be lonely if you're alone. Those are 2 things that I find very important. You can be lonely with a group of friends who don't really know you and who don't really understand you, or you can be perfectly content being by yourself. It just really depends on the situation, but everyone needs R&R every once in a while. Tip to being positive is that you really have to surround yourself with your friends. You really need to be involved with your friends, and I've only learned this as of recently, but they really help with my positivity. It isn't just me who's positive. My friends help me a lot more than they will probably ever realize. I don't know how to describe this in any other way than, even though we all need alone time, we all need to interact with others. We all need friends. We all need buddies to hang out with and people to talk to. We all need friends. We all need people who are gonna help us relax and help us make our way through life. And even though friends come and go, you're gonna need friends throughout your entire life. You're just going to need friends. You need friends. You need friends. You need friends. You need friends. And if you're antisocial, then maybe if you leave a comment about how to make friends, I'll make a video on how to make friends if it's really that big of a problem, or if you have that many issues with it, or if you're shy. My little sister, who lives in Sweden, she is the shyest person I've ever met in my entire life. And you know what? It would probably help her, now that I think about it. Even if you're shy, you need friends. You need friends to help take a load off. You need friends who are going to understand what you're going through. You need friends who are your age, who are going to understand you. You need friends who are going to be able to help you and support you and be there for you even when your significant other or your family or coworkers or whatever, when they're not, you need friends to have your back. There's a saying, and people say, if you think something hard enough, it will come true. If you want to be a better person, you think about being a better person. If you want to be a positive person, you think about being a positive person. If you want to be a happier person, you think about being a happier person. Now, I don't mean daydream, oh, woe is me, I would love to be so much happier than I am. No, not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to think of yourself in a better light. Or at least that's how I would describe it personally. Maybe someone else can describe it better. You need to think about your thoughts. You need to think about who you are. And if you say, oh, I'm a mean person, you know you're going to become a mean person. Because your thoughts are going to dictate who you become. If you think, oh wow, the world sucks and I hate being here, then you're going to become a very defensive kind of person. You're going to be very closed off and you're going to be mean. And I hate to say that, but you are. Because the world is a very not nice place for some people, and it's a very nice place for others, and you can't really help which end of the fucking whatever you get. It's just how it's gonna be. Life sucks sometimes. Really, it does. It sucks total ass. And I can't put it any other way, because it just sucks sometimes. But other times, it's really fun, and it's really good, and you really gotta love life. If you say, oh, I'm mean, then you're gonna be mean. And if you say, oh, I'm very nice, then you're going to see yourself as more of a nice person, and you're more likely to do nice things. A better way to describe this would be, if you think you're mean, you're more likely to do mean things. If you think you're nice, you're more likely to do nice things. If you think you're sassy, you're more likely to do sassy and confident things. If you think you're kind of antagonistic, pessimistic, if you always think you're the bad guy, you're more likely going to be the bad guy. If you think that you're a protagonist, or I'm so awesome and I do good things and I save lives, and you're more likely to do protagonistic things. Whatever suits you. Just how you see yourself will reflect, because it will alter your actions. Those were my 6 tips on how to be more positive. Hopefully it helped. I'm sorry if it didn't. If you have any questions or concerns, you can comment on the video, or if you have any tips or suggestions that I didn't mention in my video, you can leave them in the comments for other people. If it really helped you, you can leave a like, but you don't have to. And if you'd like to see more, you can subscribe. But don't feel pressured to do it if this really isn't your thing, and if I really didn't help you that much. Or if you just don't like my videos, don't worry about it. Hopefully you had a good morning, a good day, and a good night. Stay courageous.